There are tons of powerful non-benders in the Avatar universe. Today we're looking at two of the show's most powerful non-benders. You're watching Avatar Discussions, and this is Suki versus Ty Lee. Both girls are very strategic, talented, and powerful. No doubt about that. But the question is, who is more powerful? To figure that out, we will be running down the list of their best and worst fights of the entire series. Starting with her first appearance in the show, Suki was identified as a warrior right off the bat, both strong and skilled in every sense. The first fight we see her in, she's defending her village from Zuko and his soldiers. We see her run throughout the village, evading Fire Nation soldiers until the Kyoshi Warriors get the drop in from above. This, however, didn't last long. While the other girls went after Zuko's men, Suki went after Zuko. Zuko saw the attack coming and knocked her to the ground before she had the chance to do anything. He then took the opportunity to firebend at her, but Sokka protected her from the flame. Later on, Zuko took a shot at her feet, which knocked her up against a wall, allowing him to get away, making this a loss for Suki. We aren't introduced to Ty Lee until sometime during the early second season. We see Ty Lee as a circus acrobat and quickly learn she's been a lifelong friend of the Fire Nation princess Azula. However, her first fight isn't until later on in the season, when she helps Azula and Mai with a trade that goes wrong. This breaks out into a fight, and Ty Lee quickly jumps into action. She runs after Katara and Sokka and is able to sneak underneath and knock him to the ground. She then gets up and starts to chase after him, but Katara drags her against the ground away from Sokka. Before we know it, Ty Lee is jumping up and climbing out of nowhere before chi-blocking Katara, temporarily taking away her ability to bend. Yet, this fight is ended when Appa tail whips Mai and Ty Lee off the side of the building structure. While she put up a good fight, Ty Lee ultimately lost this round. It's an entire season before we get to see Suki again. It's not until the season is halfway through that we get to see her fight again. While helping lost Appa, Suki and the other Kyoshi warriors are ambushed by Azula, Mai, and Ty Lee. As the other warriors take on Mai and Ty Lee, Suki fights Azula one-on-one to protect Appa. She's able to dodge all of Azula's fire until a tree behind her is lit on fire, and then Suki tells Appa to fly away. Suki then goes to Azula with a sword, but Azula is able to hit it out of her hand, which leaves Suki fighting only with her hands. Appa comes back to protect her, but only to be warded off by Suki again so that he doesn't get hurt. She then pulls out her fans and starts at it with Azula again. Although the end of this fight isn't shown, we later learn that the Kyoshi warriors and Suki were defeated, which eventually led to the takedown of the Earth Kingdom, making this a loss for Suki, and kind of a win for Ty Lee. Going back a few episodes, we see Ty Lee along with Azula and Mai in a chase for the Avatar. Later in the chase, we see Ty Lee and Mai face off against Sokka and Katara. The fight starts when Katara bends at Ty Lee, and she has to jump into action. Going from tree to tree, she has the overhead on her opponents. She then jumps down and attempts to chi-block Katara, but misses and starts getting ice daggers shot at her. We then see her jump down from above and completely chi-block Sokka, temporarily paralyzing him so that he can't fight. Seeing as Mai pinned Katara to a tree, ending the fight, this win goes to Ty Lee. After being defeated by Azula, Suki was thrown into prison, making it another season until we see her again during the episode, The Boiling Rock. This episode showcases her agility, strength, and wit. Later on in this two-part episode, Suki is able to jump over an entire group of people during a prison riot, scale a wall without anything to climb on, and capture the warden of the prison she was being held in, all while fighting off tons of guards trying to stop her. While it isn't really a fight, it's an amazing display of her strength and just how powerful of a warrior she is. Later during the same episode, we see a one-on-one between Ty Lee and Suki. As Suki starts getting an edge on Ty Lee turns back and flips off the side of the gondola they're fighting on, and goes under, through, and lands back on top. The fighting between the two continues to be pretty stable, until Ty Lee realizes the gondola wire is about to be cut, and that her and Azula need to get out of there before it drops into the lake. She then flips onto a passing gondola and rides it all the way back down. This seemed to be a pretty fair fight. Both girls were fighting hand to hand and nobody seemed to be stronger than the other. Before we decide who wins, we want to take a look at Suki during the Sozin's Comet 4-part finale. We see Suki along with Sokka and Toph take down several Fire Nation war balloons. While running to get off of the collapsing airship, Suki falls onto another ship below. It appeared as if she'd gone down with that other ship, but we later see her pull around to rescue Sokka and Toph from falling to the ground, practically saving their lives. While this isn't a fight, it is definitely a win for Suki. I've yet to meet an Avatar fan that doesn't agree that these two non-benders are truly legendary. But now, it's time to pick our winner. It was a close run, and there is no doubt that both of these girls are unbelievably strong, but we believe this win goes to Ty Lee. Not only is she one of the most skilled non-benders in the entire series, but we also get to see her switch from the bad side to the good side, giving her character more of a story. We don't want to minimize Suki and her abilities. She was an amazing character all around, but she is incomparable to Ty Lee. Most people will argue that Suki also knew how to chi block, but it's important to remember that without Ty Lee, Suki would have never learned chi blocking. We know some of you aren't going to be happy about this, so we want you to tell us who you think the better non-bender is, Suki or Ty Lee. Let us know below in the comments. We absolutely love both Suki and Ty Lee, and we want to hear why you love them too. Thanks for watching, and stay flamin'!